till I come home. Dream of something sweet. I will be there soon to wake you so discreet.
changes.
Life.
Hey guys, what's happening? I apologize about the delay, but it is. Well, we're just waiting for one player from Storm at the moment. They still haven't connected just as of yet. They should be connecting soon. They're just coming back from work. And as always, my name is Karath, and it's Thursday night. Things are ending for the week, I guess, so everything is now finally starting to slow down. We got a bit of a blockbuster tonight, so we do have Team Storm up against Lucid Gaming, or just Lucid CS:GO, or whatever you want to say it. And interesting lineups actually coming from both sides. So it's going to be kind to try to see pretty much Lucid, a very very well oiled kind of get together team who very very dedicated towards the game. They've actually going to try and put in a lot of effort, and as opposed to Storm, I shouldn't say as opposed to Storm, but Storm, obviously a trademark name, very around CGM and CGI, just unable to break through, and it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. However, now DB has jumped in the server, so I'm expecting Knife Round to start soon. So let's just get straight into it. I mean, we're all sick of delays, so let's just jump right into the game. As we do wait for DB to correctly tag up. Look at that. Needs to fix up the double E's. So yeah, if you guys haven't read the news today, I have joined with DGN, so I will be providing coverage alongside with DGN for the next 2 months. So for the next CGC, and we see a Lucid just charging through mid and just dropping a bunch of guns. And yeah, so I've joined DGN, so it's going to be good to be working alongside with the DGN boys. I mean, they've been putting consistent work in with ECA, and they have got a permission to cast CGA and CGM games as well. So yeah, so I'll just be continuing on really with the work that I've actually done this season. I mean, since the second week, I think the only teams I haven't watched play yet, Alternate and Real Mint, to be fair, and unfortunately their game is on at the same time. Would like to have tuned in. If I have time tomorrow, I may do a demo review, go over it, but at this stage, likely not. I think I need a little bit of a break at the end of this week as well. So we are going into the knife round. So Lucid is going to have Mosaic, Geek, Elusive, Chubb, and I'm not sure who that last player is. We can find out though. You can stalk his Steam profile. 101 how to stalk people. And it is Turtle. So Turtle tagged up as something completely different. That's okay. So at P is Turtle. It's completely different. And on the side of Storm, we have Seer, Skits, Magic, DB, and XPL. So knife round not going to be working too hard in each other's favour, I guess. In Dust 2, I mean, maybe one team prefers executing, maybe another team doesn't. And Geek does have the advantage. Both of the Storm players on left click percentages, and Geek gets one, but unable to get L1. I mean, he could have gone in with 2 left clicks and easily would have gotten it. And probably the most inconsequential knife round of all the maps, as we do see Storm staying on T. Yep, so as Skits, his name looks like a turtle. Doesn't really. That looks just. It looks like a snail. I don't think it's missing a tail. But as we do now see it going live, so only a 21-minute delay, so about the same as last night. But we are going live now. So Storm, they have smoke grenades and flashbangs on 2 of their players, or just smoke grenades and flashbangs in, I think, on XPL. Meanwhile, DB has the smoke grenade and the Tech 9. It looks like it's going to be a 2-1-2 split from the counter terrorist. Elusive is the man spotting mid, so it is the elusive man. How is he going to take on the Reapers from Storm? As we do see this execution coming towards short, so Xbox is going to be smoked off, and Storm are going to charge straight through. Seer just manages to dink Magic. So there we are. The action's already started as Storm manages to do damage towards Magic. Now we do see a smoke onto the site. Oh, Total comes up, gets one, but gets traded out very quickly. Now XPL Isolate is going to be taken out by Geek, but the bomb plan's going to go down as we do see Geek now jumping into pit to try to get a couple of aim deals. We're going to see the retake coming out from the counter is going to be 1-2-1, one towards short, 2 CT, and 1 at long. So Geek just buying time right now. It is a 2-on-3, and this looks good as Skids does manage to pick off Chop, however, but the rest of them now coming onto the site. Geek, oh, beautiful one tap as Elusive also cleans up. Skids last man left standing, very poor position as the rest of the counter is now coming in, sure to get a very easy kill, and they do get the kill and defuse. Mosaic does have the kit, he's just going to sit on it easily. Oh, it's very difficult to get Turtle from. I mean, it could just be turtle without the E, so it's not turtle, it's just turtle. We could just call him turtle. It's just a lot easier, I guess. It's shorter as we do see Elusive actually playing very aggressively, nading top and mid. Now he's going to peek towards unders, gets one. Oh, he's tagged, and DB is going to take him from the top and mid, unable to escape. Skids meanwhile cleaned up by Geek, pushing in through long with the MP7. And now the bomb making his way towards short, and Total has to be careful as he does manage to flash in, so should be able to get a nice position. He is spotted out, and Magic going to be trying to get a couple of P250 shots in with that hive of his. It's not going to find anything. And now Mosaic is going to risk a peek. Not going to find anything either. He's tagged, but the counter is still in a reasonably good position, still up by one player, and still having the armor and guns on their side. Meanwhile, we do see XPL quite low. Now we're going to see XPL actually charging onto the A site, falling back after making a bit of noise, not able to find anything on towards Turtle, as he is just dancing around this barrel. It looks like they're gathering up towards mid, and Mosaic is going to spot them out. And it's going to be quite interesting to see how they do, as XPL is going to be flashing out. And it's going to be a bust onto the B site, but there are 2 players on this B site as Total managed to get one. Chubb picks off the bomb plants, and they should know the last one's coming through window, but XPL managed to get a single frag of his own with the UMP he's picked up. Does get traded out, however, by Chubb. So Chubb picking up 2. And it's very, very easy hold from Lucid. Didn't let the bomb plant go down, but in the first round, Storm did manage to plant it, so they're going to buy AKs, and Lucid, I'm going to see a bit of a force buy coming out from a lot of their players, as we do see actually so Total actually still opting to stay with the UMP. We're going to see Chubb actually tagged through the double doors with the AK. A Molotov missed. Oh, poor Molotov usage. It's going to be missed, and it's not going to allow. It's not going to really block off the terrorists from pushing out from long. Meanwhile, we do see Storm getting mid control very aggressively. Nade missing, or just doing 1 damage towards XPL, but they are stacking up towards mid. Mosaic with the flash in hand, ready to get control of mid alongside with Elusive. So Elusive just spotting the line. Seer, the point man, not going to find anything as Skids lurking his way towards long. Turtle just hiding behind the long box. The bomb towards B. Oh, Chubb finding XPL, tagging him down to 17. And he's going to be pretty happy with that, as we do see a flash coming out of B tunnels. The execute still not going towards anywhere, as XPL picking up the bomb now, walking towards lowers. It looks like 2 of the terrorists now going towards short, but we do have Geek still spotting it. HE grenade not going to find anything, as we do see a mid to B smoke, and we see Mosaic crossing a back. He's not going to be found out. Elusive going to be taken down just as that smoke pops. Chubb shouldn't be peeking there. Mosaic trying to push out, but Seer finding the quick double. Geek spamming through, nearly gets a kill. Very, very unlucky actually not to pick off Skids. And the bomb plant now going down towards the B side, so a bit of a poor hold from the counter as Chubb sitting at the doors should not have been peeking without support from his teammates. That's a very obvious position to be sitting in. If you don't have an AWP, you have no reason to be peeking it, so a bit of a poor play is going to cost Lucid this round. They do manage to retain at A4 and the UMP, and Turtle still has a lot of money in his bank account, so wouldn't be surprised to see a force next round. As we do see now the terrorists actually going and hunting together, so hunting in the pack. So Team Storm now rolling in towards CT, but they're not going to find anything. They're just all hiding in CT, I think. Interesting quad crossover fire position. So the guns are going to be safe from both sides quite comfortably. So a CT party from the terraces. They still managed to pick up the first round, and still a lot of money to buy utility. After all, none of them died. Lucid, however, they're deciding at the moment what to do with their money situation. It looks like Turtle's dropping a couple of guns, but otherwise, not going to force up, just going to be putting Oh, so a bit of tagging happening through double doors. We do have Geek still with the A1 playing solo towards long, and it's going to be a B site stack. In fact, it's a B site push. Sears should be able to hear this easily, and he spots one. Oh, tags Mosaic down as well. And the Terrors do have mid control now. The counter Terrors have a bit of mid control. Geek actually taking out XPL towards long, and Sear should be able to. No, doesn't find Turtle. Turtle with a UMP manages to get a single frag. Mosaic, I was going to taking out elusive shot in the back. DB headshotting him as a matter of fact. As now we're going to see Storm now making a way towards A. Geek, he's thinking about going for it, but he's looking the wrong way. Needs to be careful not killing Turtle. He's looking directly towards Turtle, and he is. This may be a double save coming out from Lucid. They do have the A1 as well as the AK, but... And the bomb plant gone down. We're just going to be waiting for both teams. Not sure if the terrorists will decide to hunt this out. It does look like that Lucid just going to be saving once again. That's probably a smart decision. They still don't have enough money on some of their players. This should allow them to buy next round. They'll be able to get 1900 from the second round loss. This should allow Turtle actually pick up the AWP. I do know he is the AWPer for Lucid, but whether or not he's actually going to pick one up is a different story. And we saw last week when he played on Cache, it wasn't the most effective AWP, to be fair. He just sat in one position and missed a lot of shots that he probably should have hit. Magic now coming across, very lucky not to get killed. Skits needs to be careful running to a crosshair. He does get hit once, but nothing else is going to happen. And it is going to be 2 also. Turtle does manage to pick up the AWP, and we do see a force from us coming out from Chubb. And we now see an AWP actually coming out in the hands of Sear, so interesting to see where Turtle's going to take this AWP. It looks like he's going to take it towards long. A pop flash coming out. It's going to force the terrorists to come back, as we don't really see... We just see them trying to push out towards long. Nothing really happened, and now they just reassume mid control. Interesting to see what Sear's doing with the AWP as he's spotting towards mid, so the counter-terrorist just need a little bit careful. Skits catches a grenade through the smoke, takes 27 points of damage. We see Turtle now just rotating around, just going to be slashing the wall casually away as a Molotov towards short, tries to deny the counter-terrorist some information, tries to force the counter-terrorist back, and we do see Chubb now smoking up towards B tunnels, and XPL now making his way across, so they do know that one's towards B. Right, Terror's looking like they want to engage towards long, but Turtle's having none of that. Is going to smoke it off for his teammate. So you see XPL now shooting through smoke. Chubb playing very close, and that's probably the smart thing to do with the FAMAS. Utilizes close quarters ability, and we do see 2 terrorists now coming out towards short. Molotov on towards site. Elusive needs to rotate as we do see Turtle. He's going to try and solo hold this. Oh, looks like Storm actually aren't pushing out towards A just yet. They are pushing towards B tunnels. Geek's going to get one. Sear going to miss the AWP shot. And we do see Chubb now coming across. He's going to take down XPL from behind. Meanwhile, Storm have made their way on towards the A site. Needs to be careful not being picked off from the AWP and Pit. And Magic's going to get picked off. And it's going to be a 2-on-5. The bomb now trapped towards top and mid. Sear, and with a lot of work today. Elusive, easy shot by him as DB, last man left standing, running fast CT mid, is going to find 2 kills of his own. 15 seconds left on the timer. Has no time to get the bomb down. He's checking every single corner desperately, but he's not going to find anything. Now coming towards uppers. It's going to be a 1-on-1 aim deal between Mosaic and DB, but Mosaic just falls out, not wanting to risk it, and looks like DB has to save and not going to get any money from that round, but that's okay. They only get 1400 from losing that round, and his equipment is worth a lot more than that. And we do see the rest of Storm still being able to buy up afterwards. Sear, interestingly enough, going for an AK as well as the Tech 9, so no utility from him. Missing possibly some utility that they could have had. And XPL drops an AK from DB, is able to buy a full set of utility, so Storm's economy now completely drained. Lucid's still looking pretty good, but using a lot of utility earlier on means that they don't have much to use. They still have to rebuy a lot of things, and we do see a very easy smoke on towards mid. It's going to stop any vision towards Catwalk. We do see a couple of aggressive nades coming out from the terrorists as they snap up short control. XPL is the man who's going to be lurking around trying to find Geek, as Geek has made his way behind the long A doors. So you see Lucid now trying to back up his teammate towards short, but terrorists still... Storm just decide... I think at the moment their execution strats are just kind of failing them. They're not really deciding on somewhere to go. They need to go together as a unit, they need to go together as a team, and as a result, it's just a stalemate at this stage with... them just trying to get information from other places, and Chubb is going to be able to pick up skits, just pushing through, and that's just unacceptable from this stage. XP are now going to be pushed out as they all decide to push out, and this is exactly where Storm is falling apart right now. The Turtle is flashed off, misses one crucial AWP shot, needs to fall back. That corner needs to be smoked off by the terrorists, and they need to get a bomb down towards short, but Elusive is now rotating alongside with Mosaic. Elusive going to get one, Elusive going to get the second, bomb plant going down. No, Magic faking it as now trying to dance on the side, but Elusive with a jumping A1 is going to take him out very easily at that close range. And really Storm just falling apart as they're just waiting for way too long to try to find something. All they need to really do is just sit back. They need to keep their guns out, or they need to execute faster. Lucid, all they're doing at the moment is going, okay, we use our utility early. Now we're going to push in after our utility is used. I don't know why Storm's not keeping their guns out. But as a result, it's going to be Lucid up 4 towards 2. Storm, a lot of work to do with it ahead of themselves right now, as they do have a bunch of pistols charging towards Geek. Geek needs to be careful not being taken out, as he does land the spray to at least one. And an HE grenade is going to be following up to make sure they can't get the AK. And Lucid may have to be careful of not over-rotating, as we do see the terrorists actually making their way back towards mid. And so Chubb spots them out and going to be running back towards B. Mosaic and Lucid now stuck towards CT. They still don't know where the terrorists are going. The HE grenade is going to miss actually towards short. As we now see the Storm doing the double pump, heading back towards A site. Bunch of grenades now coming up, so it looks like Elusive is going to be able to be on the rotate. Turtle needs to land these shots, needs to be careful. They do now charge out. Turtle gets one, gets two, as Elusive and CT does his work and also gets his second frag with a Molotov. So Lucid taking that anti-eco very easily. Looking a bit scary for them initially after losing Geek towards short, but luckily with Elusive and Turtle backing the rest of the team up, able to do some damage. Now, Lucid from that round, they just need to be a bit careful not to go too over-aggressive as well as too over-rotatory. If they do over-rotate, it could spell some trouble if Storm pick up onto it, but so far not really picking it up, as we do see an HE grenade going deep, smoking off initially towards the B site. Oh, Magic going to take a lot of damage from the grenade. It looks like that Seer going to be smoking up mid, going to be making his way towards shot. Mosaic needs to be very careful, and Seer does find him through the smoke. So should not be walking across at this stage. And Chubb is the man that is holding on this B site, playing the very close position. Needs to be careful not peeking out. And once again, look at this. So Storm once again just leaving sites completely open. Chubb going to smoke off and just fall back. If he just waited a little bit longer, would have found them. And look, Chubb now thinking of pushing through. XPL should not be holding the bomb and watching this line by himself. These are mechanical problems that Storm really needs to fix. Why is he peeking out solo with a bomb at the moment? Chubb is going to push through. It's indicated that Chubb isn't pushing through so far, but looks like that Storm is going to be executing towards B, and that's just a poor excuse for not checking something. Now, Chubb pushing a little bit way too far. He was going to be red eventually, and as a result, the terrorists will be able to take this B site. Spoking off the B doors, the rest of the counter-terrorists still not rotating in, however. So Chubb is aggression now being read out correctly. XPL needs to be careful though. If he had the bomb by himself and he was isolated and Chubb won the aim deal, it would have been a nightmare for the terrorists to actually retake it. And I think it was interesting to see actually a thread coming out today. It looks like that Lucid still aren't going for it, as an HE grenade doing more damage towards Magic than anyone else. So Lucid deciding not to go for it, going to be saving their guns. It's going to be 3-5 towards Storm, but you've got to try to convert the plays into your favor, not towards the enemy's favor. So whenever you've got the bomb, you want to make sure you try not losing it. And even if you think, okay, I can lurk towards the position and get a kill, if you do get killed, it's very problematic for you. So a couple of errors coming out from both sides at the moment. Maybe I'm a bit too critical, but this is exactly where the teams can improve on to kind of sharpen up. So Lucid just needs to play a bit more passive towards that B side. Now, Elusive maybe should have stayed up there a bit longer, maybe held onto his fire. The Terror Storm not really looking towards that boost spot, and that is a big mistake. When there is a smoke deployed there, it's long known now that the counter-terrorists can sit up there and just watch through smoke. Do the Turtles still with the orb going towards long, but the terrorist looks like the Storm has no indication of actually wanting to go towards long. Ooh, if you pardon me. So Magic going to be throwing HE grenades, going to be missing. Smoke towards Xbox and Mosaic crosses back towards CT. And once again, so Chubb, the solo player on the base site, is going to fall back this time. And going to be interesting to see that if he peeks out or not. It doesn't look like he's going to peek out. Going to be sitting on the side as Skids catches the HE grenade very, very well timed. It's going to be doing about 25 points of damage. Sorry. And we do see XPL just looks like he's holding this lurking position towards B. That grenade also going to do a lot of damage towards Skids. So Skids already down 30 without engaging. I don't understand, once again, how Storm hasn't called on that they do throw these HE grenades out late and just try to delay the push towards long as they can. So it's just, at the moment, Storm just struggling to adapt, and Lucid now adapting quite more comfortably. So they do know that the second smoke is faded towards B, so Chubb just jumping and trying to spot something is not going to find anything, as we do see Mosaic holding a close line. It looks like it's going to be another B side take. Elusive boosted up again, but different this time. He should be able to spot these two crossing over. He spots out one, easily taps him out, and now Seer coming across Elusive, getting an easy double, and Mosaic should be able to pick up Skids quite easily. And Mosaic just crouching, just lining up the rest of the two terrorists. I mean, this is just poor execution coming out from Storm. Their players getting tagged down early, now just relying towards a mid to B strike. It'll work last round, but barely. Now it's not going to work once again. I mean, we don't see any pre-fire coming out from Storm towards the CT spawn. Once again, these positions have been inside Counter-Strike for the last year. I have not seen such poor execution in a long time, to be fair. We do see a Molotov and an HE grenade probably take out C as he tries pushing towards long. The rest of the terrorists trying to take short control. It's not going to happen, however. Oh, Turtle going to be dinked, as we do see Geek. Oh, XPL with the Deagle. So good with the Deagles. We're going to be able to clean out Turtle. We do see Skits now pushing towards long, but the bomb making his way back towards B. As TB thinking about charging out mid, but with no grenades to really go off, with Skits in a world of trouble. If Geek decides to nade in, I do think Geek will nade in. I think he goes, okay, it's about time. I think there's a player there. Is Magic now peeking out. Lucid needs to be careful not being picked off, as now Magic tagged down very low, needs to fall back. Now it looks like they're setting up towards long, but Geek is there. Geek has an M4, full HP, now coming across, spots out Skits, also spots out DB, now spraying across, is dinked, also spots out Magic. Magic now pushing out, gets one. Is going to pick up the M1, A1, sorry, should I say, reloading, spots out Elusive, not sure why he's trying to peek that line while still reloading, but Elusive managed to get the kill towards the end. Lucid racing off to a start, 7-3, and this is effectively do or die time for Storm. They do have enough money to buy for this one. If they lose, they're going to go on another eco, and so far they haven't been able to get the bomb down on their ecos. As we do see Turtle just coming towards long, and so far, Lucid really haven't had to change anything up. It looks like it's going to be a hard A rush this time, and looks like Lucid unable to hold long this time, so Geek's just going to fall back towards site. And Storm once again stuck towards long, unable to really bust any way out. Not enough noise made. Is a good pick from Turtle. So this is what you need to do with your AWP. Get those initial picks. Make the terrorists scared. Don't allow them to push in. Now they're coming in through short. I'm not sure if their footsteps were heard earlier on. XPL needs to try to make some decoy towards mid to make the counter-terrorist a little bit more uncomfortable, but he's not able to do it at the moment. He's too wary of the flank coming out from Chubb. And this is the threat that you imposed earlier, as Geek gets the first pick onto Seer. XPL now thinking about pushing out, but Elusive going to find a very easy kill. No grenades coming out. And now Skiz trying to make his way out long. Turtle going to get a very easy pick, as DB is the last man left standing, but not for very long, as Turtle gets the nice triple in this round with a quick 2 kills towards the end. And it's going to be Eco once again for Storm. Not sure if they're going to armor and pistol, but it looks like they're just going to grab a couple of pistols. Still going to be able to buy it for the next round. And it's going to be tricky to see where they go towards. We do see counter-terrorists now crossing over towards CT, so still playing the 2-1-2. I mean, Elusive missing an HE grenade could have potential to do a lot of damage. Now, Turtle needs to be careful. Racing his way back towards long. Elusive now being pushed out. Elusive finds one, finds two. He's going to be pushed. Can't find the third, however, but he's going to pop flash himself out and crosses back towards the safer side. XPL needs to be careful not being picked out. Magic to the edge of the smoke. Oh, Chubb spraying through is going to get him. Not sure if he's spotted the bomb, as we do see the rest of Storm now rotating towards B, just charging in as Seer gets the first pick with the Deagle. Mosaic, however, happily to clean up afterwards of the double. As we do see a buy coming out from Storm, and really, it's the tale at the moment is that Seer is leading with 6 kills, and that's just not good enough for Storm. They're not getting any picks anywhere. The entry fragging not working. We're going to see Seer now peek towards mid. Is going to tag Mosaic with 30 damage, I think. Picked him through, I think, at least 2 objects, I think. and they're now orientating their way towards B. But with a couple of initial agent grenades and smokes, nothing's going to happen as Chubb now peeks out closer towards the smoke. Not going to find anything as he sprays through. Storm more than happy to play passive. We do see Storm making their way towards lowers as well, and we do see Seer now pushing his way towards short. I'm not sure if he spots anything in particular. As we do see a Lucid just spotting and jumping it. So, it was Magic, not Seer, as Magic makes his way back towards short once again, mollied off. But the Molotov does fade, now pushing on towards the site. I don't think he knows where one of the AWPers is, and he does spot out Turtle. So Turtle trying to jump across with a knife, probably not the smartest decision to do. We do see Geek now pushing out towards long, picking out the skits, and Magic probably peeking a little bit too wide. Is going to be found by Elusive as the bomb is still towards B, and this is the problem when you're trying to execute all over the place. XPO now pushing towards B, going to find Chubb very easily. Also knows where Mosaic is, and it's going to find him as well. And it's going to be a 2-on-3 retake. We do see Elusive coming close towards B doors. Not sure if he's going to peek out and try to find the bomb planter, but it looks like he's not. Waiting for his teammate to go for the retake. DB now coming right below window. As you just see a Molotov coming out. So Molotov's being traded tit for tat right there. As we do see XPL making his way towards backup platform. And Lucid, their push being delayed by these flashbangs. Geek now peeking out, gets one. Geek pushing through, has spot out DB, gets two. This is a very poor hold. Seer, the last man left standing, tries to get him through the smoke. Geek now walking very close, trying to strafe towards the right. Seer has moved. This is the correct decision. So Seer has played very well to win that situation. Missing the first shot, but that's okay. Tried putting himself in a better position to win the second attempt at an aim deal. So Storm picking up a round on the back of Seer's heroics this time. DB and XPL. I mean, after XPL got picked off, definitely should have had DB trading him out, and DB unable to do so. And we do see now the rest of Storm charging towards Long Geek, easily falling back, and needs to be careful not being picked off as the Terrace now playing very aggressive. I don't think Geek saw the edge of one of the players. So you see a Terrace already towards Pit. Geek probably should hide and try to exfil his way. They know he's on the A site now. We do see Turtle playing very close, missing the first shot onto XPL. As XPL is now going to come back, going to catch 2 grenades for his troubles, but only going to take 40 damage, or a bit less than 30 damage. Turtle peeking out, gets 2 with the double. Oh my goodness. Geek now getting another kill. Seer on the flank, not going to find anything as Elusive is peeked out. And all of a sudden it's looking disastrous. The Storm as Turtle doing a lot of work. Looks like my criticism has kind of fired him up. As we see Elusive going 18 kills. Going to try to go for the 20 bomb this round. But really a lot of the work coming out from Turtle. And in all fairness, I mean, you can't really blame Chubb and Mosaic for having some of the low scores. We haven't seen executes towards B-side happening in a very long time. And Storm now just in a really, really poor final round situation with just forced pistols and Elusive going to find 1, going to find 2. He's going to be picked off towards the end, however. I don't know why Auto directed didn't shift there, but Mosaic actually picking out DB through the smoke. Now Skid's charging down to going to find Turtle. Oh, but Mosaic's going to find him, however, and Geek's going to clean up after pushing through long. So a very comprehensive victory for Lucid. 11-4 after Storm opts to stay on the T side. And I've got to say at the stage, I think it's just Storm just trying to struggle out of the blocks at the stage, not getting any entries. The execution's too slow, and Elusive does find the 20 bomb, so congratulations to him. I think this is the first 20 bomb in a half I've seen in the CGM season, or that I can recall correctly. So congratulations to Elusive, very well played as the rotator and playing CC, just denying that mid to B take twice in a row for the terrorists. So really doing work as now we see Lucid. They do have 2 smokes and 2 flashbangs to work with. And need to be careful as they're thinking about busting out long, and we do see a pop flash coming out now. Seer, and Seer's going to pick up 1 actually. He's not going to fall back, trying to aim deal with a bunch of terrorists. Probably not the smartest decision as the rest of the counter terrorists weren't there to help him out. And we now see the bomb actually making his way back towards mid. DB is spotted 1, trying to spray through. He's not going to find anything as the rest of the terrorists really not doing anything, and DB makes the correct decision and falls back to B. Trying to figure out, okay, we've got to get some information coming out. Let's see where Lucid actually really goes, because if I rotate a little bit too early, it would be disastrous. Now, Chubb making his way down. Skid's blinded, is able to take him out, however, as the rest of the terrorists now charging on towards the site, is going to be able to pick off Magic. Magic, I think, doing a little bit of damage, unable to be picked off. As Skid's binked by his own teammate, is not going to be very happy about that. Mosaic finding Skids is going to fall back, so not pushing his luck. I like this as the rest of the two counter terrorists. So it's going to be XPL and DB actually pushing in from short. Mosaic opting to pick up the USP instead, and now Skids jumping up. Oh, Mosaic finding a beautiful pick onto him. XPL getting the trade, however, and it's going to be a 2-on-2, but the bomb plant now taking down DB does have the kit. XPL trying to go for the aim duel win, does manage to get it, but in the last play towards long, DB managed to pick him off, but he's got the kit, needs to run faster to get the defuse. Can he get it? Time is ticking down. 3, 2, 1, and he gets it. Did buy the kit. So did XPL, and as a result, Storm going to win that pistol round down to nearly the final couple of seconds, and it's going to allow them to get a little bit of breathing space. Now, Lucid, will they buy armor pistol, or will they try to save and just go for the AK in the second round? Looks like they're going for a couple of P250s, and they're getting some utility, so they do want to still crack their way on towards B side. They are rushing towards backyard. How the counter is going to hold this? How is Storm going to hold this? As you see a bunch of initial smokes coming out, but meanwhile the rest of the terrorists making their way towards lowers. Magic has spotted out one, smoking off mid as we do see mid now smoked off from the terrorists. The pop flash coming through, just charging through the smoke, going towards B. There are 3 of them there. Magic peeking out a bit, I think a little bit too far. It's going to be 3-2 split. And XPL from back side is going to find one. Mosaic, however, is going to find himself a kill. DB trying to escape towards tunnels, managed to pick off Geek, doesn't able to find anything else, doesn't manage to find anything else, doesn't able. Skids watching the cross. We'll find Elusive. Now Chubb has the A4. Needs to do a lot of work, but Sear missing a lot of the FAMAS shots, and Chubb going to be cleaning up with 2 kills. And that was just a poor hold from Storm. They had 3 players towards B. By rights, they should have held that anti-eco very easily, even with the 3-2 split. Magic just sitting in the middle of the open, just going to get picked off. That's just poor positioning once again. He needs to sit towards, doors. He can at least get a couple of picks. His teammates are there to back him up. He's not trying to play a solo pug game. And as a result, it's now Lucid that's ahead. Now Storm have to go on a full eco. And Skid's going to be peeking out, and Geek's going to find him. Skids doesn't manage to dink him, however, so if Skids had a more powerful gun, would have been Skids' victory. Unfortunately, at the end of the day, Skids is dead, and Geek now nading out is going to tickle Sear for a little bit, and we're going to see Lucid making their way towards mid. So a pop flash from Lucid is going to cut them out. A short Mosaic's going to pick off one XPL now, trying to aim deal it out with Mosaic, but Mosaic too sharp, going to find 2 quick kills. Rest of the terrorists now coming up towards A site. Magic dinking one. I think once again Magic doing a lot of damage. Unfortunately, unable to find more. Mosaic needs to be careful of being shot from behind. He's shot from behind, turns around just in time. Probably heard Sear just at the last moment, and it's going to be Lucid picking up a quick round. Didn't take any casualties, and they're going to be thankful for that as they build up their economy. Elusive on 8k and still holding it for Mars. Meanwhile, Storm going to be forcing up, and this is probably... This is a bad situation for Storm to actually be in, as we see Turtle now just trying to tap fire across the double doors. Not going to find anything, as we're just going to see Lucid just playing slow. Geek now pushing out towards long. Magic holding short. Not sure if it was boosted up, but I don't think it was. It looks like that the terrorists actually just going towards B side. XPL, nearly finds 3. Should be able to find the 3rd. Easy neutralization there. And Sear, Geek actually finding one towards short. Geek needs to be careful not being picked out from Sear, as Sear now pushing in is going to find another one. So total last man left standing on a 1-on-3. Spots out XPL. XPL going to dink him with a FAMAS, and XPL going to clean him up with 4 kills in that round. So XPL doing a lot of work to try to bring Storm back into the game, but Lucid's still able to buy up. Not sure if there's going to be an AWP drop from Mosaic for Turtle. It looks like it isn't, so it's going to be all AKs. Meanwhile, Storm actually having to still force a FAMAS, but they have a lot more utility, so it looks like it's going to be a favourable round for them, as we do see them stacking 3 towards long A. A couple of HE grenades coming out. It's not going to find anything just as of yet. As we do see now, Lucid just waiting for Storm to push through, but I don't think Storm will push through at this stage. So it's up to Lucid to make a move. And the question is, where will they be going towards this XPL, smoking up B tunnels? And we do see mid-round Lucid just slowing it down now, coming towards short. I do apologise for the brief silence there. I was trying to yawn in silence. And they're just going to wait for the smoke to dissipate and take A site. Now, how is this going to work? I mean, there are still 2 players on the sites here. A bunch of Molotovs coming out now. But a counter Molotov is going to come out for the counter-terrorist is Storm. Now, Chubb trying to push out, not going to find anything. Seer finding two. Now, Turtle peeking out. It's going to find Skits. He's got the bomb, so he needs to be careful of not being found out, as Magic now completely blind. Turtle will find him. Turtle now aim dealing it out with Seer. Elusive needs to hurry up on the flank, and he is hurry up on the flank. Seer has heard him out, and Elusive is going to take him down with the headshot. Now 30 seconds left on the timer. XBL sitting towards CT. The bomb still needs to cross over, but the bomb now being pushed by DB, so there's no easy way for him to come across. Molotov missing. Turtle now pushing out. DB, nearly finds him. Unable to find him, however, just as he jumps across. And DB now coming across. Elusive spotted him. Gets a good shot towards him towards the end. And XBL spots him through the smoke, but Elusive finds him first. Elusive peeking out, nearly getting the headshot. He's going to go for the bomb plant behind quad box. Now XBL charging up is going to try and jump tap and try to find his way onto the side. A pop flash is not going to work, as XBL now pushing in gets the one-on-one win. So Elusive nearly winning a 1-2 with an excellent headshot onto DB at long, but XBL able to clean up very quickly afterwards. So Storm now in a good position. Elusive, though, have still a lot of money. They can still force up, and they are going to force up. Interesting to see what Turtle's going to buy. Is he going to go for a scout? No, just goes for the Tech 9 utility instead. So, being a team player, as we do see a AWP in the hands of Seer this time. He's going towards long, going to be spotting the line, as there is no terrorist towards long. Lucid once again playing passive and just waiting to see exactly what Storm are up to before they decide to execute towards the site. I don't think Storm has read this correctly. I think Storm still think it's an eco mosaic, making a little bit of a nuisance himself in B site, but he's going to fall back quite safely. We do see Turtle now making his way towards B, and we see the triple stack towards B side, and I'm not sure if Lucid know what's going on. If Lucid don't read this correctly, they're in a world of hurt, as we do see it's just a 3-1-1 at this stage. So I think the Storm probably just a bit too preoccupied about B, but I think they will be able to read this correctly, as we see the rest of Lucid now executing towards B site. Mid going to be smoked off, as we see Chubb now pushing out. Magic spotting the line, needs to be careful. Can't peek out once more. He's going to pop flash himself out, but he's only going to find a couple of players. But trying to peek out wide to try to get a kill is not going to work, as Chubb now pushing out. Going to find DB. XBL still alive on the site, but he's going to be traded out by Turtle now. Lucid playing the lurker position. He's going to find one before Seer trades him out. Seer getting the double, so Geek probably playing a little bit too aggressive at that stage, as we do see the bomb plant going down 2-on-1. Seer, is he going to go for it, or is he going to let the terrorists take this? Not sure just as of yet. So Seer still watching towards window. Now going to be slowly pushing in on towards the site. Molotov towards window, so this is disastrous. Chubb missing another Molotov, unfortunately. So Seer now pushing in, so he's spotted one close but unable to shoot. Not sure why he looked back before he got the kill, but Lucid going to pick up that round. So even a triple stack towards B is not going to work in their favor, and really it's just boiling down towards Magic not able to get any kills at this stage. So Storm, they can't hold a site if they can't trade equally at this stage. I mean, Seer did his best, but unfortunately fell towards the end. And now it's going to be a forced buy from Storm, as DB tagged twice through the double doors. Elusive going to tag Seer very low, falls back, no retribution, as not sure if the counter-terrorists want to make their way through. Geek now spawning towards the line. Skits pushing in. Skits does have the 5-7. XBL's push all the way towards B, with the CZs going to tag a little bit, but Mosaic should still be fine. And we do see Lucid now trying to just slowly push and take information. I'm not sure if Chubb actually saw DB cut across and does manage to spot towards the end. DB with the FAMAS. Not going to find anything, however, as we do see Lucid. I think they still want to execute towards B, and this is probably the smart decision for them to make. I mean, their B takes have worked twice now. I shouldn't say twice in a row, as we do see Geek picking out Magic, and Geek should be able to pick out the lurker position as well. And now DB is the last man left standing after Geek and Mosaic both team up to get 2 frags on the round. All of a sudden, DB is running away, trying to get the pick onto at least one player, but they know where he is. Bomb is coming on towards the B side. And I think Storm's time is ticking away as Turtle gets the frag. And look at that. So we did have another lurker coming in. I think that is Elusive coming in from behind. And it's going to be match point. Very poor situation for Storm to be in. We see Magic forcing up a scout. We see Skits not deciding what to go for just yet, as he does go for 5-7 armor and utility, and this is not what you need at this stage, where you do so much team damage to your teammates. As we do see a AWP tag is going to get DB for a little bit. It looks like Lucid just want to finish this off, just rushing towards B side. A pop flash coming out should blind all of them. DB missing a lot of deagle shots as Elusive and Chubb both get a bunch of kills. And we do see Magic trying to complete a little bit of magic with that scat of his, but Turtle's going to pick off Skits, and not Lucid charging on towards CT. He's going to find Magic, and I think he knows where Seer is, and at the stage Seer is going to be found as well. So a very quick couple of last round wins for Lucid as they take Dust to 16-7. We are going to go on to the next map. And yeah, it's just at that stage. It looks like it is going to be Mirage as the next map. I think that is Lucid's pick, and I think they'll be quite comfortable taking their fight onto Mirage. But so far, Storm really not showing up. I mean, none of their players going positive. We do see Skits and Magic actually having a 25% KD almost, so they really need to step up with their game. I'm not sure what's happening in terms of executions and whatnot, but they got to try to make sure to go together and try to get the damage down. Meanwhile, I'm just going to go for a quick break. But you should tune right back in quickly and very soon because we'll be live going to Mirage quite shortly. So, yeah.
By the time I was your age, I'd give anything to fall in love. Truly was all I could think. That's when I met your mother, the girl of my dreams, the most beautiful woman that I'd ever seen. She said, boy, can I tell you a wonderful thing? I can't help but notice you staring at me. I know I shouldn't say this, but I really believe I can tell by your eyes that you're in love with me. Now son, I'm only telling you this because life can do terrible things. Now most of the time we'd have too much to drink, and we'd laugh at the stars and we'd share everything. Too young to notice and too dumb to care. Love was a story that couldn't compare. I said, girl, can I tell you a wonderful thing? I made you a present with paper and string, open with care. Now I'm asking you please.
into ideal positions because can't remember. I think it was Mosaic who actually just waited a little bit and I spotted them onto A side and he spotted the cross and whatnot. We do see Chubb now jump peeking apps, should be able to find one. He's careful not being dinked as he does get tagged and Chubb trying to re-peek but Skits finds him with the running P250. Now they need to be careful as they execute on towards Turtle, getting one. We do see the rest of them now coming out towards the site. Elusive peeking wide. The bomb plane is just going to go straight down into the smoke, and that's exactly what Storm needed as the rest of Storm being picked off. However, DB gets another frag, picks up the scout, tags Geek, whips out the P250 again. Now converge from all sides, gets another kill. Unfortunately, runs out of bullets. If he had another gun, maybe another P250, he may have had a better chance towards taking it, but does manage to do a lot of damage, and as a result they did get the bomb down once again. They'll have a couple of good guns, and Lucid needs to be careful. They don't have enough money to actually buy up fully, so actually Storm coming out ahead in terms of the economy right now, which is quite rare. But where will they take these guns, as we do see DB, actually the man with the AWP, now going towards mid. So we see, I think Turtle going towards mid with a scout. Needs to be careful as he's... Oh, DB going to tag him through the box. And Turtle thinking about peeking out. He needs to be cautious not to do so as he does try to pop flash his way out. But DB, too sharp, is going to find him. So Turtle playing a bit too aggressively there. I wouldn't have recommended it after he's been spotted out by the AWP. Just give them control at that stage and you can kind of work your way around some cute positions with the scout. That already loosened a man down as a result, however. They just got to make do with what they have. As we see Geek, a lot of work up ahead of him as we see 4 Storm players now setting up towards an A side take. A-shear grenade coming out maybe just a little bit too early. Bunch of smoke grenade and pop flashes coming out from both sides. Magic hasn't spotted out anything as Seer is going to be taken down. Magic dropping down towards Sandwich, going to be tagged quite low. Geek, very lucky not to die just as of yet, but he is going to fall very shortly afterwards. Now Elusive trying to make his way into window. Needs to be careful of not being spotted out by XPL. He drops down silently actually, finds out XPL, doesn't actually hit him however. And Mosaic now on, needs to be careful and unable to get any kills. Chubb has made his way towards CT. Can he pull it off with the heroics? No, DB watching CT too sharply and he's going to get the frag. So Storm with the superior guns with the early picks going to take that round quite handily, only losing 2 guns, and we may see a couple of drops having to come out for them. However, we do see 2 AKs being dropped, or will Seer actually just have to go? No, he was dropped an AK, so he's going to buy a set of utility now. Counter-terrorist just forced up onto pistols, and it looks like they're just going to be rushing towards mid, but Magic on top of that, so Magic now on point with that AK spray, as we do see the rest of Lucid trying to get advantage over on some other positions on the map. Not going to find anything just as of yet, as we do see a bunch of flashes happening, but Geek just playing close towards A ramp, not going to find anything. Chubb managed to dart back to safety and CT gone, and now just going to be hiding at stairs. We do see Storm now making their way towards B. Elusive is rotating towards there, so a flash. I don't think they would actually flash underpass or close. A good thought, but I think a bit lacking execution in terms of geometry there. As we do see XPL, the first man in, just checking both corners. Wants to be careful that there's no sneaky beaky counter terrorists around. Elusive is at chair to try to do a little bit of damage, as they have made all their way slowly in towards B apps. The bomb now following behind. Now I think Elusive has heard XPL drop out, and XPL spotted out Elusive taking one down. He's picked up the... No, he hasn't been able to pick up the AK. Trying to dance about, trying to do a little bit more damage, but it's not going to work. However, Skits, meanwhile, picks him off. But I think it was Magic at the top of mid who got picked off by one of the players, and Geek has now got the AK at short. So I'm not sure if the counter-terrorists want to try to go for it, but Mosaic should be killed quite shortly as Seer is pushing his way behind. So Seer with a good flank would be able to take the kill. And now Geek is trying to rotate out with the AK, going to try and save it. I'm not sure... Chubb is most likely not going to be able to get the AK that I think it was Elusive, because Elusive lost it at chair. So as we do see the rest of the terrorists now hunting together, not going to find anything. Geek still watching towards jungle, towards that window vent. He's not going to find any terrorists coming through. So a easy save for Lucid, and Storm losing 2 guns, but still able to retain their AWP, so that's very crucial. So Lucid should be able to force up now, as we do see the AK given towards Elusive, and the rest of the terrorists now buying up. Force buy, lacking a lot of utility, so probably have to go for a bunch of initial picks, but it looks like Storm coming towards the A site, maybe a setup that's happening quite soon, initial smokes, so coming out from the counter terrace towards a ramp. Looks like Storm may just have to wait this out and just try to take a textbook execution with a bunch of smokes just blanking off stairs and whatnot. So we do see Magic spotting the line, going to be jumping down. I think he spotted out Geek, but Geek manages to fall back. Now Flash is coming out. Smokes. Oh, no smokes just as of yet, so that's quite interesting. Trying to rely on their pick power as now a ramp going to be smoked off. They can still push through the edge, and we do see Sear working his way around Palace, but still no leeway coming out from Storm. Just actually quite smart, using a couple of flashes, going to just peek out, going to see where the counter terrorists are, try to use counter terrorists, use some of their low utility, and as a result, we don't have many smoke grenades left on the players on A side, and Total actually rotating all the way back towards CT. This is left mid quite open. XPL needs to exploit this soon. He's going to lack the timing otherwise, as we do see Chubb peeking towards B apps, just peeking that pixel line. He sees nothing, and that's allowed Total to actually rotate over. As we see the take towards A now. So Mosaic is going to attempt to push out, but a bunch of HE grenades and smoke is going to stop them. One HE grenade coming out, Geek in the world of trouble, isolated, and he can't do anything about it as Mosaic peeking towards stairs. Needs to be careful of not being found out. Magic now coming through. Total finding one, but DB trading him out with the AWP immediately afterwards. Now XPL coming in from behind is going to take out Mosaic. I'm not sure what Mosaic is not listening to. XPL was making a lot of noise charging up CT Con. And we're going to see Chubb actually... Oh my goodness. Chubb, I'm not sure what he's trying to do. He's just trying to go for the M4, I think. Picking up the scout towards the end once again, however. Lucid has been spotted out from Palace, as we do see Chubb does manage to pick up the A4 and save. So Storm going to go up ahead. Lucid shouldn't have... No, they're not going to have enough money to force up. XPL actually on the hunt, may be able to find a couple of kills to spot out Elusive. Needs to be careful not losing this gun. But Chubb on the aim deal is going to win it, and it looks like the rest of Storm not in position to find any more frags. And it's going to be... At least Lucid still retain 2 rifles. But as a result, though, Lucid now going down, and their economy is still quite low. Now Storm's economy is starting to kick in. We do see DB, the man with the AWP, is 7k, Sear 7k as well, and the rest of the players still quite low. But that's okay. Once you just have a couple of players that have a lot of money, it's quite easy for them to get ahead. And we see Chubb now pushing up towards mid. DB missing probably that crucial AWP shot. Now Magic trying to peek out. Now Geek getting a single frag. Elusive pushing out just at the wrong time. He's going to spot out Sear, take him down. XPL now pushing through underpass is going to find Chubb. But Geek still towards window, still safe. And Magic very low as XPL kind of just backs off and just gives it up, as we do see Skits making his way onto B side, just instantly planting, not really scared of what Total is doing. I'm not sure what... Total does only have the USB, however, I guess, so that was an eco. But he's now coming out and tags XPL down very low. He's unable to clean up, unfortunately, and we do see Elusive. He's already on B site with 3 low terrorists. Going to find Skits. Can't find the second one, however. Mosaic now pushing in from behind. Magic knows what's happening, and Mosaic now coming across is going to be picked off before he's able to do anything. So a winnable situation for Lucid going down the drain as XPL picks up 4 massive frags. Magic cleaning up with the last one. Lucid can buy now. They do have the AWP. They're giving it towards Total, so it may be an AWP off towards mid. It's going to be interesting to see who wins this one. Sear is the first man out. He's got the AWP and the better spawn. Easily takes down Total as Total tries to jump across. And Storm just going to be charging in. They've spot out Mosaic as well as he tries to smoke himself off. Magic has none of that. Is going to take him out. Chubb now forced to play aggressive towards B. Spots out 2 players. Manages to get the spray on towards XPL. Has spotted another player as well. So probably doesn't want to push out any further than that, as Storm actually still making their way towards B. They have the superior positioning towards short. As we do see Magic now peeking towards CityCon. It's a 3-4. It's still winnable for Lucid, but it's going to be quite difficult. It's up to some of their players to do a lot of work individually, as we do see Chubb actually rotating out of B. And he does go for the correct guess. Now Lucid now pushing all the way towards short. Needs to be careful as Magic now peeking towards Catwalk, looking to wins window. Oh no, Chubb peeks out just at the right time, finds him. Sear gets the AWP trade. Sear tries to go for the quick scope, unable to find it. And they've just equalized this 2-all. Now we see Lucid now coming out towards short, finds one, also finds the second one. Now needs to be careful as they are dancing about, and needs to be careful as Skits pushing on towards him. He's just kept the grenades out for way too long, and Geek now, the last man left standing, ancient grenade is going to be dodged successfully. Flashing on towards the site, a Molotov as well to try to stop a bit of pushing, but he finds Skits, and this is exactly what Geek wanted. He's also spotted out DB, and this is the ideal situation for Lucid to be in. Oh my god, loses the aim, deals DB, gets an amazing headshot on towards Geek. Oh, that could have been the equalizer, but as a result, DB is heroic. He's going to bring it back for Storm. So as a result, Storm charging ahead 5-2. Lucid now onto another eco, has armor on some of their players, but now falling behind and just going, what do we need to do? And honestly, so far, it's Turtle that's losing a lot of this, just getting picked off early at mid and losing control. You have a lot of utility when you still have the AWP available. He needs to be able to understand this, and we see on Dust 2, when he was still alive, he was able to do a lot of damage, but once he tries to play a little bit too risky and gets picked off, it opens up the map, especially on Mirage, but oh my god, Chubb's actually pushed all the way behind, and he's going to try and make his way out, but unfortunately unable to do so. Meanwhile, Sear is going to pick off Geek, as the rest of Storm now probably making their way towards A. Skid's now coming towards the site. Sear's just going to let him go by. Oh, sorry. I think Geek... No, it's Elusive just going to let him go by, and Elusive hasn't been found out, as we do see a bunch of smokes, and Flash is still coming up. Total's going to be found out, however, as... Oh, Elusive gets Sear with it. Well placed USP shot, but DB a little bit too sharp and finds him. DB playing quite well now, so warming up after work, so going 8 frags towards 3. Still has the AWP, and he's doing work with the AWP, so really this round boils down to where Total's going to take the AWP, and looks like he's going to peek out from CT Con to see if he can find anything this time, and it's going to be a mid contest once again, so... No, actually, it's just going to be a hard B rush this time. They're just going to be setting up towards B and underpass. They're actually not risking taking the AWP towards mid, so that's quite interesting. I mean, they've really been they've been winning the AWP battle so far, so not sure why they're a little bit unconfident and decide not to take mid control. I think there's a bit of a miscommunication in terms of the execution, so they kind of need to spread out and try to get map control again. So Total, now this is a lot better, just playing a bit more passive because they don't know where the terrorists are, so just spotting the boost line as well is short. But really, the Storm just more than happy to play patient. Didn't work for them in Dust 2, but working for them in Mirage at the moment. As we do see none of Lucid actually coming out and trying to get any information now. We do see the rest of Storm now pushing up towards T-Apps. They're slowly coming up, and you know, Lucid needs to be careful, as if one of their players gets picked off, it really could become disastrous. XPL now crawling up is going to find one. Oh, Lucid is just going to fall back immediately. So the execute is now going to begin on towards the B side. Magic dealing out with Chubb, but Chubb is going to be able to win it by himself, actually, as now the rest of the terrorists coming out. Sear gets one. Chubb quite low, still alive. 5 bullets, still enough to do a little bit of damage. Rest of the teammates now rotating through. Oh, but Skid's coming into the site. He's going to be found out with the AWP headshot. And that grenade is not going to be able to kill Chubb, but the Tech 9 bullets will, as DB is the last man left standing, drops onto the site. 1-on-2 situation. Needs to probably wait for one of the Karen terrorists to peek out and try to pick him off, as the bomb is still down. Yeah, so DB has picked up the bomb, has spotted out Mosaic. Oh, I should have scoped in and peeked that. That was a clear line for a counter-terrorist to watch. So DB probably just under the pressure a little bit too much, and as a result, Lucid going to pick up their first round in a while. They are going to lose their lost round the loss round money advantage, however, so before they're picking up a nice 3.4k from losing so many rounds, if they lose this one, they're only going to get 1400, and it's going to force them onto an eco. So now we're going to see a bit of a late mid take from the terrorist. So DB now crouching across. Will he be able to find Lucid as the smoke comes up? We're going to see a flash as well, but Magic going to be found out by Geek. So this is definitely not what they needed. XPL going to be tagged. Oh, Total, why are you re-peeking that after a smoke? So losing any advantage that the team already had, so really needs to rein in on that aggressiveness. You peek out once, you cannot peek out more than twice, especially when that smoke comes up. You don't know where the terrorists are going to be. They could have cut all the way across. They could still be pushing up towards short. Wide peeking is a sure way to get yourself picked up. You should be more than happy with just tagging and just falling back. They are setting up for what looks like to be an A-site take. They're just waiting to see if they can get another pick, as we do see them now falling back towards back of top of mid. XPL is quite low, and it looks like they're going to be going towards B-site instead. The bomb's still, however, towards A. As Mosaic just spotting towards Palace not going to find anything as there are no terrorists in Palace, and it looks like they're all setting up towards A site now. XPL just trying to spot and try to make some decoy of himself, and Chubb calls it out, and Chubb needs to win this aim duel, otherwise it's going to be problematic towards the counter terrorist. And look at this, the attention's already been drawn away. Now Geek playing the same position. I don't really like this as Chubb does manage to pick out XPL towards the end. Sear's going to be picked off. Mosaic pushing out from stairs at the right time. Once again, DB, last man left standing. Or tries to go for the wall bang. Manages to get Geek as he pushes through. 13 seconds left on the timer now. No time to plant safely. Needs to plant very riskily. He's just going to have to go for the short plant, and he does go for the plant behind the box. And with both counter-terrors rotating across, oh my goodness, why is Lucid peeking out? He could have lost that if DB landed that shot. Oh my goodness. Gets legged, but as a result, we're still going to win. But that was something that really shouldn't have happened from Elusive. So Lucid really needed to pick this up. They got to realize, okay, there was only 3 seconds left. Only one person had to push out and see if they could stop the bomb planter. Elusive had no reason to engage in that aim deal. He could have lost it for the team just there, right there and then. And Storm would have been onto an unassailable position effectively on this T half. The score is that Lucid picked up the first map, and it looks like that. I think it was XPL with the Deagle God trying to pick up the player in CT, but Total's going to get one. As we see Total actually getting the second frag. Total, nearly getting 3, but Mosaic's going to come in and try to clean up. Is going to be cleaned up, however, himself by Geek. The score, Lucid won quite easily on Dust 2, I would say. I think it was 16-7 the score was. And as you can see, the score is 6-5. Storm still leading, but their last of their money has been drained out as a result. As we do see them now probably trying to take a fast mid control. So let's see if Total can land a couple of shots through smoke. That smoke now blanking it up, and this is much better. So Total just watching towards the wide side to see if he can find anything. But we're going to see a window smoke coming out from XPL quite soon. The rest of terrorists pushing towards underpass, and XPL needs to be careful and not picking out a little too early. Is going to be found out as smokes and HE areas come through from underpass. They're not going to find anyone, however, as Sear now pushing across. Needs to be careful. Geek, as Geek just falls down immediately. Not going to risk taking the aim deal. Skits has made his way towards window quite safely. Now coming all the way back. Does catch a grenade for his troubles, however. So they do realize that they could be towards window, as Mosaic now watching the line. Needs to be careful not being picked off as Skits coming across very slowly. Bomb still in mid. They still haven't made their way into the site, and Mosaic does get picked off, so pushing it way too far. Once again, so Lucid just playing way too aggressive with no backup, and as a result, they're just given A side control towards the terrorist Geek with a lot of work to do in his hands. The bomb making its way back towards A, 40 seconds left on the timer. They've got a good, Storm have a good crossfire set up towards jungle as they now execute towards the site. Skits does spot out Elusive, not going to find anything as Geek finds the first frag. Now whips out a grenade, really risky and really silly, and as a result, Turtle, the man to hold everything, now scoped in. Tunnel vision is not going to find the palace, as we do see now coming across is going to find Turtle. No, he doesn't. Turtle escapes alive. And they do know that there is one towards towards CT, but Elusive needs to push through the smoke. Oh, could have had it. It looks like he's going to be flashed off and smoked off as well. Now Chubb needs to push through. Oh, he's looking the wrong way. He's going to get shot in the back, unfortunately. Looks like Lucid do have to save this. I mean, they don't have enough money to buy up the next round, and they're just going to fall all the way back on towards checkers. It's going to be quite simple of a save for them. I don't think the terrorists are going to be hunting for them at this stage, and yeah, so once again, Storm coming off the hands of Lucid had the upper hand, then Mosaic this time kind of threw it away. They should have just gone and sat that line, just gone. There's a real risk that there's one in Windows. So there's real risk that Storm had a player boosted into Windows through that smoke. They may have not heard it, but there's that risk, and they shouldn't have taken the risk of pushing in without checking those corners. And Mosaic paid the price and just lost control for jungle. As soon as a terrorist can just sit there and just go, I've cut off all rotation avenues for the counter-terrorist, there's really only one way for the counter-terrorist to go. I mean, they can't go through mid because mid still has terrorist control. They can only go through ticket, and as you see the result, I mean, Total had to watch 2 different lines, and he just got picked off very easily. We now see Storm taking mid control once again. 1 towards underpass, 2 top mid. And we're going to see XPL find the edge on towards Turtle. Turtle needs to flash himself up. And he does flash underpass. Geek now pushing towards the edge. Is going to tag Magic for 50 damage. But unable to do any more damage, as Turtle now stuck in a very poor position. A couple of good grenades should be able to kill him. They know he's there as Geek now pushes out, tries to do some more work. Oh, Turtle peeking at just the right time is going to find one. He's going to make it out alive somehow. Quite interesting, as Seer in Palace. Magic going to find one. Chubb now exposed in the middle of nowhere, decides to go for the aim deal and manages to take that, funnily enough, as we do see Seer now pushing out of Palace. Needs to be careful running to Mosaic, as Mosaic picks up a very easy kill from behind, and Chubb now, the solo man holding the B site, needs to be careful of being flashed off. Sorry, there are no Molotovs left. As Chubb now making his way, just spotting towards B. Abs, 40 seconds still left for Storm to take this. They can take this very slowly. They are walking up, but DB and Skits just need to link up, as Chubb has spotted out one, so there's no time to rotate now as they do charge out. So Chubb still trying to hold it by himself as Skits making his way across. Chubb trying to take another aim deal is not going to go in his favour. We're going to see Checkers going to be smoked off. Mosaic now trying to engage in a couple of aim deals of his own, but now they know where the player towards short is. Skits spotting him out, going to be falling back and watching towards Checkers. DB's made himself into a good position at Van, as Mosaic does a lot of damage. Turtle picks up the frag, and Mosaic cleans up with a A1 spray. So clean around there from Lucid, playing that retake, just playing more of a textbook pincer retake. So yeah, Chubb did very well to just kind of delay, spot, get information just at the right time, and as a result allowed the correct rotation to come through, and Lucid looking good towards the latter half of this half. I mean, ideally you still didn't want to give them so many rounds, but you've just got to take what you have, I guess. Now Turtle once again going towards mid, but the Terror's just charging towards A. Very heavily charging in, and Geek now just stuck in a poor position as the rest of Storm now charging through towards jungle. Mosaic needs to be careful. Yeah, sure. Shout out towards Tulo. Not sure who that is, but that's a shout out for you, my good sir. As Elusive and Chubb both get a kill themselves. Mosaic. Oh my god, this kid's missing possibly the most Tech 9 bullets I've seen in my life. As he tries killing two people, but doesn't manage to kill either of them. So as a result, he's going to fall down tragically. And Lucid now tying it up with Storm. We do see DB picking up the AWP once again, so he's got a lot of work to do with him. It's going to be an AWP battle between Turtle and DB. I can't wait as DB makes his way towards position, finds Turtle. So DB solidly on top tonight, finding Turtle and having Turtle's number every single time. Now Seer picking up that A ramp pick very easily. And now Seer now charging out. He's trying to find Geek as Geek is underneath Palace. Needs to be careful of the Molotovs, but it looks like no Molotovs have come out just as of yet. And Geek gonna come up and find one player, and trying to shoot on the ladder is gonna find him eventually somehow. And Geek picking it, needs to be careful of Sandwich, knows where Magic is now, however, and Magic's gonna be tagged down and taken out. As Chubb making his way towards mid, hasn't spotted out DB. Oh, he spotted him out just as DB pushes out of CT Con. And now XPL, it's up to XPL and Skits to do the work. On a 2-on-3, they know where the other counter-terrorists are. We do see the bomb making its way back towards what it looks like to be his underpass, and Chubb has made his way back towards B main. Oh my god, XPL's been spotted out by Elusive. Oh, Elusive missing the A1 spray towards the end. Does manage to dink him, however, and it looks like they are going to be executing towards this A site instead. Geek sitting on towards Tetris, as Elusive has a bit of a complaint to have, as Geek just easily finishes it off with a spray and a single tap. And that's going to be Lucid coming back quite strongly towards the latter half. I mean, losing a bunch of rounds there. Kind of coming back towards the end, however, with a couple of much better played rounds. I was scared for a moment there that Turtle being picked off, like they were playing a 3v5 in that situation, but Geek played very well to get 2 kills. Still alive towards the end and picking up a nice 4k after relocating after the first 2 kills. So really some good crossfiring coming out towards the latter half now. Looks like they're just going to go for a fast A take. There is no fake, no way around it. I'm not sure if they're going to wait for a couple of grenades to come out for the counter-terrorists just as of yet. There are a couple of HE grenades in the hands of Magic and DB, and we should see one HE grenade coming towards A main. We do see smokes coming out now. That grenade doing a little bit of damage, but not able to do enough as Chubb is the man pushing in. He's going to find Skits. I'm not sure if they know that there are 2 towards CT, but Turtle picks up one, so does Chubb. Bomb plane going down towards A. Now DB in CT is going to be charged out by Chubb. Chubb does a really good job of doing this. Seer coming in from jungle picks up Elusive and picks off the Elusive man. So Mass Effect 3 now confirmed as XPL gets a good frag on towards Turtle. Chubb cleaning up, however, getting the trade. Seer now dancing around, now stuck between two terrorists, and it's just a merry-go on the bomb site at the moment. And Seer has to try to take down 3 people, and it's not going to work. I mean, it's difficult. You can't really shoot 3 angles at the same time, so I don't blame him. He did have an admirable attempt, so got to give that towards him. Now Lucid gonna pick up 1 AK, 1 Galil, and 3 SMG. So trying to go and get mid control with the AK and the Galil. No, actually, just very interesting enough, just gonna get mid control with SMGs. Just disregard what I said. I normally wouldn't have thought that an AK would grab underpass control, but looks like they will be, as Skits and DP just stacked on top of each other. So whichever terror is going towards underpass is going to have a bit of a nasty surprise. XPL pushing a little bit too far is going to be picked off, and Geek just happy to watch towards underpasses. We do see the bomb making its way towards B. Oop, Turtle, that's not how you smoke mid-window. Seer, 1 Zeke on towards Chubb as Chubb tries pushing through. And Lucid now coming across. Can Seer get the second? No, he can't, unfortunately. But Magic has made his way towards side, however. Oh, unfortunately unable to do more. But DB, last man left standing. They know where he is. He's going to hop across, but Geek's just standing his ground. Is going to take him out with the AK-47. So, and towards the end, only losing 2 SMGs. Not a too big of a loss for Lucid, but Storm, definitely a winnable situation for them. Once again, lost just with a bit of unluckiness, I guess. I mean, they did have Magic charging onto the side with shotguns, so Magic could have done a lot of damage if they did come towards his crosshairs. Unfortunately, unable to do so, and we do see now Storm pushing up towards mid, and we're going to see, oh, Total now rushed from all angles, is going to be tagged down quite heavily. Elusive going to try and get 3, can't get 3, and that's going to be an advantage for the terrorist. Geek now not wanting to give any guns over towards the counter-terrorist, sorry, and Sear's the last man left standing. The AK down towards top and mid. Sear now spotting the line, and he's going to be spotted out by Geek. Geek missing the spray, now going to be chased down by 2 terrorists, but it looks like Geek's going to get the kill towards the end, going to steal it off Chubb quite easily. And this is going to be the buy round, but Storm lacking the AWP. Total does have enough money to pick up the AWP, so Storm also lacking utility. Shouldn't be too much of a worry, as Lucid do use, I think, I have that tendency to use their utility a little bit too early, so we'll see how they go this round. As Turtle makes his way towards Palace, needs to be careful of no counter-terrorists pushing in aggressively. Doesn't look like there are going to be any as he makes his way slowly in. As he now scopes in, legs Sear, now peeking towards jungle, nearly finds Magic. Magic needs to be careful as he is now smoked off. And Turtle's going to make it out quite easily alive. Now Skits managed to pick off Chubb. Oh, beautiful grenade from Geek is going to find a kill. But Magic going to come across, get the trade immediately with some nicely placed M4 bullets. Mosaic now going to be ganked as well by Magic. Does manage to get the kill on Skits, however, so an equal trade so far. Beautiful pop flash. Magic now doing work. Looks like he is really lifting his game from dust too, and it's going to be a 1-3 total. Last man left standing does have the AWP. Probably wants to switch it out for an AK. Try to make sure that the AWP isn't given towards Storm. That's the last thing that they need. And XPL has got a really good position towards B side, so Total has a lot of work to do. I'm not sure if he's going to go for it or if saving it at this stage is a smart decision. I mean, if he saves an AK or an AWP, Geek can still drop for Elusive. He's still got enough money to get some utility. Chubb and Mosaic can both force up. Mosaic should have enough to force up next round. Chubb won't. So Chubb may just have to go for the Tech 9. So we do see now Total slowly coming in towards the site. Needs to be careful of DB, as DB sitting towards a position. The gun's been dropped, so he's been heard out. And Magic now watching towards the cross. Lucid. Oh, spots out DB just too late, however, as DB gets the spray down. And Storm going to pick up the first buy round of the half, and DB is going to get the AWP. So this is not how Lucid wanted to go out. And we do see Mosaic probably dropping a couple of guns. He does drop an AK for Geek. Drops a P250, I think, otherwise, but I don't think they should have bought up there. They should have ecoed with 2 of their players quite low. So it may be just a hard A rush. So Magic trying to tap fire through the smoke. They do have a bunch of smoke grenades as well as flashbangs to kind of push in towards A site. So we do see Turtle very close on towards A, ready to push in at his team's command. As we are waiting for the set strats to come out, we do see the smoke grenades now coming up. Turtle's the first man in, as he is now completely flashed off. Now Sear trying to shoot through the smoke, but Chubb finding him through the smoke. Elusive finding another quick kill. Oh, it's going very bad, but DB getting a nice shot into Geek through the smoke around his teammate. So bullets now bending, as the bomb plant still hasn't gone down just as of yet. And still, Storm on the fast rotate should be able to get a couple of kills. XBL finds one from Ticket. Now, he also finds 3 very quickly. Now, Turtle's last man left standing in a poor situation. He's going to find one, turns around, but DB with the close range AWP shot is going to find another one. So really, Lucid falling apart there. There's no smoke towards CT. No aggression towards CT either to try to force the pick. And as a result, they're going to lose another round. And that's really XBL just coming out and just fragging hard. Unfortunately, this does mean that Lucid is losing an economy game. They are now down to the last verges of their cash, and if they lose this one without getting the bomb plant down, won't be able to get anything happening. Now DB, he's been on point through the smoke today, decides not to risk it as Turtle pushing up towards mid. Is going to decide just to smoke up mid, I think, at this stage is it's too risky otherwise. Smoke up in and try to bang through the boxes and see if we can find the head of a couple of counter terrorists. Not going to find anything as we do see the rest of the terrorists now making their way towards B. App, so Chubb now slowly peeking out. XPL just dancing about trying to get some information for the team as the rest of the terrorists now making their way in towards mid. Elusive charging his way up short. A couple of flashbangs coming out, but the rotations come out early for the counter terrorists coming towards B site. As you do see a bunch of Molotovs now being wasted. Elusive going to be the first man to fall after Magic from bench. Chubb has made his way on towards side, however. Chubb's not finding anything. Geek gets the first pick. Chubb following quickly afterwards. DB going to be doing a little bit of damage through a wall as Turtle now doing a lot of... Going to be picking off one, picking off two, not picking up the orb. As Skits, the last man left standing. So Skits Raw now falling back. Going to be opting to save the M4. So it looks like it's going to be a win for Lucid. And it is quite tight as we do see Skits now falling back towards CT. Should be able to save as Lucid not really on the hunt just as of yet. Now, Storm losing that round really, I think just no one was watching short window, and as a result, it just, B apps window just allowed the terrorists to come out and just take control of B site immediately. They didn't have control of short, so losing short control is not an excuse at that stage. And DB jumping out maybe a little bit too early. He's got to wait for his teammate to try to come in together with him to try to get, try to play the retake together as much as possible. If you're jumping out with an AWP like that, how are you meant to go pick 3 lines? You're trying to pick off chair at the same time, as well as the cutout towards your right, as well as short. There is no, as well as on the site itself, there is no way you can clear those 3 lines that quickly unless you're a god like JW who's just going to fly through the window and no-scope someone. Last time I checked, no one in Australia is as good as JW yet. There's a reason for that. It's just some natural talent as well as some game sense. You can't do that. You're just going for that risk, not going to work out. And we do see Storm playing very aggressively towards A. DB. Oh, Mosaic should be up. Oh, peeks out just at the wrong time. He's just dancing around. Does manage to find him in the end. As we see Mosaic going to be taken off camera. I'm not sure why Auto Director changes it around. Elusive going to get a frag of his own. As we see the rest of Lucid now making their way back towards A. Elusive more than happy to smoke off short. And ooh, interesting pop flash to try to get mid control. He does manage to spot out Magic and takes another frag for himself. Very greedy Elusive this entire game. I mean, he's got 17 kills this time. He's going to be dinked for his troubles, however. And they do know that there are counter terrorists towards short. Mosaic going to come in and clean up, so going to help Elusive this time. As a bomb tank goes down, XPL the last man left standing. Spots a terrorist, but decides not to go for the shot. Or goes for the CZ shots. Really low chance, as he does manage to find Elusive, however, towards the last of his bullets. Unable to find anything more, as his clip depletes itself, and Chubb going to find a very easy kill on a helpless CT. Storm now have to force up. XPL going to be dropping that AWP for DB. DB not in a good spawn position. Total also not in a good spawn position, so going to be interesting to see how they take mid control. DB going to go towards short with the AWP instead, and I like this. I mean, he didn't have the best spawn, no point risking it. It looks like that he's going to make his way towards short relatively quickly, and I don't think Lucid will be expecting this. As soon as they push through, they'll be picked off, and Turtle going to fall quite quickly. So DB rotating around the AWP, going to be surprising. Meanwhile, Mosaic falling as he is pushed from Palace. Elusive now trying to pop flash his way out. Decides not to pick up the AWP just as of yet. So now the Terror's down 2 players already. Chubb trying to bang to find someone in short arches. Not going to find anyone as they are playing very aggressively. The counter-terrorist Storm now firmly in control of this round. They can now sit back and just play their usual lines. But it's really up to the terrorists to try to force the issue. I mean, Skids is tagged quite low, however, he's on 19, so maybe the point of entry for the terrorist is there. Geek now making his way towards B. Not sure exactly why, as DB is spotting the line. Should be able to find a very easy pick. Spots one crossing over. I'm not sure if he's going to call it just as of yet, but I do like how Lucid are kind of backing each other up as they try to make the most of their depleted numbers as they go towards A site. Chubb now waiting for the rest of his teammates as they're going to go on towards a couple of smokes. As we do see Chubb, the first man out, is going to find one very quickly. AG grenade coming out, is going to find Magic. Geek going to get the trade. Skids peeking out while quite low. Geek should be able to find him quite easily. DB, meanwhile, is going to find one. Geek dancing around is going to be found out by XPL through the smoke. Skids managed to live in the smoke somehow. So Skids, with his miniature stature while crouching, should be able to dodge most of the bullets, and he does. So you'll be able to save at the end for him. That's crucial. That's going to allow them a bit more firepower coming in towards the 24th round, should I say. I can't do maths. And we're going to see an Armor Tech 9 train coming out from Lucid, just going hard towards B. XPL, can you hold this? As he's going to go towards Van for the quick spot. Oh my goodness, he's in a lot of trouble. He's going to peek out, try to do the most, make the most out of no situation. Now it's up to Magic to hold this as he's going to be pushed down, gets one, but can't get another one. Now DB has made his way towards Checkers. He needs to be careful of not being picked off himself. Skits, however, getting the kill towards Geek, who was lurking, and that's already a victory for Lucid. Getting the bomb plant down. Now, Elusive and Mosaic need to play a bit more aggressively to see if they can force the issue. We do see a bunch of flashbangs coming out, but they're not really favourable as Seer now charging on towards the site. Hasn't spotted out anything as he takes down one. Elusive taking down one more player. Needs to be careful as DB coming across. Dancing around the sofa. Spots out DB. Winnable situation on 1-on-1. Skits last man left standing. Oh, Skits gonna take the AK spray. Really tight there for a moment. Skits should be able to get this. Does have the kit and has enough time. It's gonna wander over, meander over and get the all. Very, very close. Elusive played very well. Getting a 4K in that round. Nearly able to get the ace, unfortunately unable to do so, but it's going to allow them to buy up, getting the bomb plant down. But Storm still have managed to save the orb, and after this round, however, not having any money whatsoever, so this is looking problematic for Storm. If they lose this, forced onto a pistol round. It looks like Lucid just going to risk it towards the A site this time, and we do see Total pushing very close up. They need to aggress quite soon, otherwise DB is going to rotate across and fight and going to suspect something. We do already have Storm pushing all the way through B apps. They know it's not towards B. Turtle's the first man going to be picked off. Now, Skid's peeking out quite far. Seer backing up, however, is going to be able to take down two. Skid's now tagged quite low. Elusive does manage to find him. A pop flash. Not going to find anything else, however. Skids makes his way towards the top balcony. Mosaic does manage to land the frag towards the end. DB missing the orb shot. Elusive now coming through. Going to take down Magic 2-on-2. This is good for the terrorists at this stage. As we do see XP now coming from behind. He's in a good position, however, to do a lot of damage as there's a plant in the smoke. Elusive holding towards Sandwich. XPL is going to find one. He's holding on. He's holding on well. Mosaic, however, does manage to turn on towards him. And DB is the last man left standing. Going to rotate towards Jungle. Another 1-on-1. XPL a bit unlucky at this stage. Oh, Mosaic has spotted him. Going to run away towards CT. This is a smart decision. All you need to do is play cat and mouse, but maybe falling a little bit too far. This is not defusable if you're from that position, as Mosaic does throw a flashbang. Oh, DB peeking out. Mosaic now dancing about. Flashing out once again, but getting the frag. So Mosaic, I don't know why he's peeking when there is no defuse sound. Once again, this is just basic mistakes. These are mistakes that should not be happening. There is no way after you hear an AWP shot, you don't hear him on the bomb. Why are you peeking? You have no justification to peek. Fall back towards CT. That's all you need to do. Lucid just are constantly in this situation where they just want to peek out. They want to take every single aim deal they can. They don't need to. I can understand they're strong, sharp aimers. But in that situation, why do you need to win your way through an aim duel? You've got the bomb down. All you need to do is make DB sweat and you're going to win it. Now, they are charging towards B side, but this time XPL is more prepared for it as he has fallen his way on towards site. Magic now smoked off. Chubb, however, oh my goodness. So Storm falling immediately towards short and B. That's already not going to be a favorable position for them. It's really up towards Seer and DB to do some work. I haven't seen anything impressive out of Skit so far this half. As we do see a nade coming towards ladder, not going to find anything as Turtle making a bit of a nuisance of himself, making a bit of noise. Seer unable to save. I'm not sure why Storm aren't going for it. This is the round to go for it. Try to go for the jugular to kind of throw Lucid off, but this is just going to allow Lucid to save a bunch of guns. And they're going to be hunting them down quite ferociously. We do see Skit, spotting a tight line for Mosaic, but Mosaic is going to fall, however. DB now spotting the line with the AWP, going to find Turtle. And I think Lucid wants to find him out, but DB not going to be able to find anything, as they do manage to pick up the AWP as well. And this is the problem I was talking about 2 rounds ago. Storm now having no money whatsoever. Lucid now having a lot of money in the bank. They've managed to retain a lot of guns they've picked up, and they've just had to buy a couple of AKs here and there. Turtle's got the AWP as well, can take the mid control, and this is going to force Storm into a force buy as well. As a bit of a poor positioning. Oh, Seer opening it up. Skits also getting an easy frag onto a Lucid, so probably they're pushing a little bit too aggressively this time. Geek gets 1 frag, tags Seer down quite low. Now just slowing it down. This is smart as Turtle. Oh, Geek gets the 2nd frag. Geek once more. Geek gets the 3rd frag of the round. He's not even touched as of yet. And now he's going to be slowly peeking across. He finds Skits. No, he can't find Skits in time as Skits wins the aim deal. Now Chubb pushing out. He's going to find XPL. They know where the last player is. Chubb turns on towards Skits. Skits is very unlucky not to win that aim deal. And that's going to be match point, as well as the best of 3 game point. Absolutely no money on the counter-terrorists. They're going to have to force up, once again, poor weapons. All the money to play with for Lucid, and I don't know where this has gone wrong for Storm. Just losing B-side on these ecos, just not good enough. I expect better from XPL as well as Magic. A bit of lag, I think, coming out from my internet. Magic, ooh, they're not going to find each other as Magic does get the initial tag. Total, not peeking out, just going to watch towards CT Con. Meanwhile, Lucid gets the frag on the Skits as he was playing aggressive towards Palace. Now under balcony, going to be mollied off Seer with a headshot through the box. Very easy for him. He's been absolutely on fire with the Deagle today. And we're going to see Geek actually make his way in towards underpass. Magic going to be jumping up and trying to do something cute, but it's not going to find anything. As we're going to see Lucid. Could this be the final round? No, looks like they're just going to fall back from A side. They're more than happy to go towards B, but we do hear 2 terrorists now coming from underpass, as well as actually one is pushed all the way towards top of mid, and we're going to see Mosaic tag twice, going to be taken down towards the end, however, and it's just a race towards whoever can get towards B side first. Chubb manages to get his way in, but Magic missing probably an easy scout shot is going to be pushing in. The USB doing a bit of damage as Magic decides to push out once again. That Molotov going to deny some information. I don't understand why they're whipping out grenades when they know that there are counter-terrorists just behind walls and whatnot. It's just elementary errors. This has been forced onto a one-on-one. Mosaic very low. Magic can jump up and tag him. I think Magic knows where he is. Oh, he doesn't. He needs to go for this. Oh no, he didn't find him towards the end. He's got 10 seconds to defuse, but Mosaic's just gonna chap fire. Oh, Magic's stuck with this though. I'm not sure if he's gonna get it. No, he doesn't get it. So Mosaic does peek out towards the end. He's gonna find the kill, and this is gonna be a victory for Lucid. They're gonna win this 2-0 comprehensively on Dust 2. They're gonna win it 16-7. Now winning it 16-12, I think it was. So, or was it six? No, it was 16-13. So Storm a bit unlucky to not take down Mirage, but a lot of mistakes happening once again. I think a lot of mechanical mistakes coming out from both teams. We see a lot of the time they're whipping out grenades when they should have their guns out. They're not coming in together. They're not checking the correct lines. They're doing very, very low percentage plays. So they really just got to sharpen up and they really just got to go back and fix these errors. Even Lucid winning, I don't think it was a very strong win for them. If I was them, I would not be happy. There's a couple of mechanical errors from both sides. Definitely should. I'm not trying to promote my own channel here, but it's you guys should definitely go through the VODs and just take a look at exactly what's happening at each stage and try to break it down. These are things that not should be happening. If you guys are aiming to enter CGI, you're gonna get punished heavily if you're gonna do this. So you guys got potential. Storm, I expect a lot better on Dust 2. A lot of rookie errors there. I didn't expect it from them, to be honest. They've definitely got a lot to work on, especially if Dust 2 is their pick. I can kind of understand maybe DB often work coming back, but But once again, thanks for tuning in all. If you guys didn't catch the news, I am actually now casting for DGN, so also head over towards DGN and give them a like. So we should be definitely casting CGM for the rest of the season. Big win for Lucid today. They should be now heavily on top of the leaderboard. I will be looking forward towards week 3. I'm not sure what the result for alternate and real mints are, but definitely going to be seeing if I can take a look at the demo soon. For everyone else, once again, thank you for staying tuned in. I do have a giveaway on my Twitter, so take a look at that. If you come into E-League, I'll see you there. And yeah, catch you guys next week.